Valley Club, a solution has arrived for the backlash received over the Scroll Diamond Heist event. Is the solution good enough or just a temporary solution? We also have bugs detected in Autoworld. Bugs detected in Battleworld, and this will change the upcoming season of Battleworld. How much will this affect you and your alliance? And how necessary is the absolute A-Force team? We're discussing all of these topics and more in this edition of your Marvel Strike Force Weekly News Update. And if you're ready for all of that and more, then you know to do Valley Club. Find that like button and let's go smash it. And welcome back to the ValleyFlyin channel. I am ValleyFlyin, and this is your Thanksgiving edition of your Marvel Strike Force Weekly News Update. Do this every single week. Keep you updated on everything that has happened and is upcoming in Marvel Strike Force. And if you get some value from this video, leave it a like, hit that subscribe button, and ring that notification bell so you know as soon as a brand new video goes up. Well, let's move into the game and discuss this Scroll Diamond Heist event. On its surface, very good event. Very good catch-up mechanic for newer mid-game players. Actually, anybody that doesn't have all the red stars and Super Scroll, this just gives them out for free, which is great. The problem is, if you already bought these red stars on Super Scroll, it costs a lot of dark promo credits and you get nothing back in return. The problem is with these duplicate red stars, well, when you get them for a dark promotion character, you don't get any dark promotion credits back. You get useless Elite 4 credits, which don't really do a lot in the game with the way that the red star economy has been changed over the past year or so. So that is where the major problem is. I think it's great that they're giving free red stars to players, and yeah, the big problem is the conversion rate. Now, they did address this in a blog post about some Battleworld blogs, so we'll discuss these Diamond Heist solutions first, and then we'll jump forward into these Battleworld bugs. But heard your feedback regarding the Scroll Diamond Heist event. We'll also be taking the following actions regarding this. For any player who upgraded Super Scroll in the 2 weeks prior to the event, we'll be giving a refund for dark promotion credits on the Scroll's 5th, 6th, and 7th red star. Dark diamond credits spent up to 1 diamond because the 1 diamond was free. We also give a 30-day calendar awarding all players 5,000 dark promo credits, which is great. This is a great thing. Kind of makes up for the 21,000 that you would have spent if you wanted to get Super Scroll. Still doesn't feel good though, because the major issue, the underlying issue, is still they're not addressed at all. And I do think that there's some other issues on the back end, or the devs would have addressed this. On Reddit though, this was posted by Pathfinder, all this stuff here, and the response from the community. Why not have better conversion rate for dark promo credits? That would fix a lot of the outrage. Pathfinder says he will pass along that feedback. Yeah, and the big problem that I have with this, not giving away free stuff, it is the conversion ratio of duplicate dark promo credits, the dark red stars that you have in these characters. So it's better than nothing. RE Scroll, but I think it misses the mark. In the future, to avoid this in the future, give out dark promo credits up to the intended value. Example, 21,000 for Super Scroll. This way people can choose what to do with the credits. You can still issue a future diamond on top of that to push them in the direction you intended, but leave a choice for them as whether they want to go that route or if not. At least acknowledge it affected most players. And yeah, this was affected. Imagine if you upgraded Scroll 15 days prior to the event, and might as well just quit the game. Yeah, so 14 days is the cutoff for this. I'm not sure why they did this, and I'm glad they're giving refunds, because when they did this for Ultron, gave away these red stars for Ultron, they gave a huge announcement. They took the red star availability to purchase them out of the stores, and they didn't do that this time. But yeah, hopefully they come up with a solution for the underlying Elite 4 credits, because I think that's the bigger problem of this, is the conversion rate of the duplicate red stars to dark promos. So let's go to the top of the blog post, because this is also very interesting. There were bugs in Battleworld this past weekend. And over the weekend, there was a bug that allowed the Astral team to deal over 1 billion damage to null. Yeah, billion with a B. We understand they're concerned. We have internally reviewed all available data, confirmed that this has not impacted the integrity of the Battleworld season leaderboard. There are only 2 instances of the Astral team doing this amount of damage, and none of these were in the top 10 alliance scores. Due to the extremely small number of instances that achieve this score, the leaderboard will remain unchanged. We'll continue to monitor this issue over the coming weeks and the impact it might have on the leaderboard, and it will fix as quickly as possible. So this leaderboard is staying the same, but you're gonna get some free stuff. The current Battleworld season leaderboard ends on December 1st. The next season of Battleworld will be a non-competitive season and last for only 1 week. It was supposed to last for 4 weeks and then continue to have seasons of 4 weeks every 4 weeks after that. So looks like we'll have a 3-week season and then 4 weeks after that, or we're gonna have a 4-week season that continues in the January and just continue on after that. But yeah, we're gonna have a 1-week season starting on December 1st. Alliances that reach 60,000 victory points will earn the following rewards, equivalent to rank 51 to 100 of the leaderboard. And that is some basic T3 orb fragments, 10,000 of them, 100,000 of T3 L1 ions, 1.8 million of T2 level 5 ions, and 1.1 million of T2 level 4 ions. So lots of stuff around here that you're getting for this, and these are what the rewards will look like in Battleworld. And speaking of Battleworld, we had difficulty 5 of Battleworld arrived this week. Not too much difference, in my opinion, than difficulty 4, although I did make a mistake. I was autoing the whole thing and I actually missed clearing one of the waves here. And because I've already used my attempt with my highest characters, well, I'm not sure what happened here. We're not gonna complete all this. So other than missing a few waves, let me know if this new difficulty made any difference to you. For myself, I think now with this not complete wave, I'm gonna have to go in and watch the end of the battles to make sure all the waves are completed and just quit out, because I think these can be autoed, but sometimes the RNG goes bad and something happens like this. So that would be the only major change for me. Other than that, the other thing that I'm doing is doing all my battles first and then placing my spec op characters after that. I didn't notice that I didn't clear all the waves yesterday. So let me know if this is a major difference to you, or are you on one of the earlier difficulties? And the big question is about that null boss fight. Will it be more fun with the Astral team here and with these higher difficulties? Will difficulty 5 bring more fun back to the Battleworld, or will it still be an auto fest? Because honestly, for myself, the gameplay hasn't been too fun. But let me know your thoughts on Battleworld. And speaking of Battleworld, an Astral team that is designed for Battleworld, got some updates to them earlier this week. Now, they didn't go live until yesterday, so it didn't affect last week's version of Battleworld, but it will affect this week's version of Battleworld. The null boss fight should be easier, but hopefully it adds a lot more fun. What they say is we received feedback from the community about the disappointment of Emma Frost's X-Men and how she's lacking some offensive capabilities. We reviewed her kit, made key changes to help her offensively. We raised her base speed, added Bleacher Basic, updated her special and her ultimate to clear barrier and assist with getting rid of positive effects on enemies. They've also made her ultimate attack adjacent target attacks as well. And now she can help take down the boss of Null and Battleworld faster with her Astral team and some X-Men allies, which allows you to theory craft, possibly use 2 different teams. The Astral team without Emma, and then Emma and some X-Men to get possibly 2 hits on Null. Let me know what you're going to do this week with that Null boss fight. So after reviewing Emma Frost's X-Men kit, we also took a pass on Ancient One and Shadow King to make sure they were hitting their goals for Astral. Made some tweaks to the kits as well to make sure they perform even better in Battleworld. No word on them getting some extended use out of Battleworld. They seem to be performing very, very slow in war and just not hitting their mark outside of Battleworld. But I think these will at least help them to reach what they want to do in Battleworld. So the big thing for Emma Frost, her speed went from 111 to 127. So one of the slower characters in the game, now one of the faster characters in the game. She also is adding 2 bleeds on the basic. The special is clearing all barrier on the move before the turn. So the order of operations looks like it clears the barrier, then you're gonna do the attack. It's also gonna flip all positive into negative effects, which is done after the initial hit there. Then is applying ability blocks. So the order of operations can still be made a little better for, you know, extending her value outside of Battleworld, but I think it does help for Battleworld. In Battleworld, fill speed bar by self and all Astral and X-Men characters by 40%. That is with the special. And the ultimate is still gonna clear it. Well, it's gonna clear all barrier on all enemies as well, just like the special. And what you're also gonna do, fill speed bar for yourself and Astral X-Men allies 20%. In Battleworld, fill speed bar for yourself and all Astral allies by X-Men allies by additional 20%. And the passive in Battleworld, if this character has 3 or more Astral or X-Men allies, the maximum health at that boss null can lose a turn is increased by 50%. And this last line about rage, I think it was always here, but it was just added to the passive to make it a little more clear. Non-mythic enemies cannot have their speed increase except by positive effects and rage. So rage was always there, but now it's in the text description as well. Minor changes also come to the Ancient One and Shadow King. Ancient One in Battleworld Astral allies are going to gain more crit damage, more crit chance, and Shadow King on his passive, when his character or any Astral has possessed at the end of a character's turn, or when a non-summon ally uses their ultimate ability, first, this is the big change, clear all barrier from the most injured enemy. And in Battleworld, this will also trigger when Astral ally uses their special ability, so not just the ultimate as well. So both those characters got a little bit better. The major change came to Emma Frost. Let me know how you think these changes will affect you and your Astral team gameplay. And the Shadow King trials have arrived. It's going to be here for a long time now. As of me recording this, 12 more days of this trial. We were able to complete this on day 1, difficulty 15, all the packs active. And if you want to see the gameplay from that first run, check out the video that we released last week up there. But it doesn't look like if you do difficulty 15, all the packs on, you can get that Shadow King unlock with 1 node. But it does seem that with difficulty 8, small amount of packs, you can still get that unlock for Shadow King with that if you have a smaller roster. So let me know what you think of these Shadow King trials. It looks like all of these packs are beneficial, because if we look at the ranker rewards, the top player as of me recording this, 1.653 million, and where I'm at rank 1299, 1.652 million. So very, very small amount of scores separating a lot of the leaderboards. Let me know what you're going after, and if you like that this is still a longer release for Shadow King. I think the benefit is that it gets you more chance to earn more shards for Shadow King, get a higher score. The downside is these ranking rewards are not going to come still for 12 more days as of me recording this. So there's some benefit and some downside to this, but let me know if you prefer this or prefer it being shorter for the initial run. We got 15 free Captain Britain shards. Hopefully this allows you to get a higher tier of the Shadow King trials. And this is in response to this blog post that went live on October 16th. And it said that you get some Illuminati Orbs, free daily web claims, which we've had, limited time offers, which we've had, but it got no promo codes. So what that was a response to in the Captain Britain's returns blog, we mentioned there would be a promo code for players to claim on the web. Instead of giving code, we're just sending an inbox with 15 Captain Britain shards to all players today. That was yesterday, 5 p.m. Pacific. So make sure you claim those, and hopefully it gets you to a higher tier of the Shadow King trials. And we have some farmability changes for characters, or some availability changes for the characters. The Orca is going through the bumps and the Elite Sword. That has already happened. We got the inbox message yesterday. Sentinel, Nimrod, Omega Sentinel, they've been added to the bumps and the supply section of the main store. Direct red store promotions for these characters are now available in the supply section of Elite Store. However, diamonds are not going to be available for these characters until January, because they've had diamonds available in leaderboard events. Just to kind of extend the value for that, then they're not going to be available for January. Other changes that are happening, and this should be sometime around December. If we look back at this other blog post, all these characters, Gladiator, Gore, exiting a Battleworld store in December. So sometime starting at least from Sunday on. This Sunday on is December 1st, and so that change is going to happen sometime after that. But Gladiator going to the Spotlight Raid Orb. He's going to replace Black Panther Shuri. He's going to go to the Raid Store and Raid Orb. Gore is going to the Blitz Store and Blitz Orb. And Gladiator and Gore are exiting the Battleworld store. Sentinel, Nimrod, Omega Sentinel will be featured in a Battleworld store for a month before they're officially fountain in January. So sometime around December 1st is when you should see all this stuff happening. And sometime probably in January is when Sentinel is going to enter the Spotlight Raid Orb. Nimrod going to the War Store. Omega Sentinel going to a hard campaign node. I do like that they're announcing these changes to the availability of these characters in advance. Let me know your thoughts on all these changes, on the availability of all these characters. And keep in mind, with the Battleworld store, Hank Pym is going to stay, Thanos Endgame is going to stay, but Gore, Gladiator are getting removed. So you may want to save your Battleworld currency unless you're really, really close to the next star level or something. But just remember, these characters, Gore, Gladiator, are going to be very, very available very easily within the next week or so. So you may want to save your Battleworld currency. and you may want to spend all of your turkeys. If we look at the events for turkeys, there should be no more events that require turkeys because the next season's event or the next week's events will require spending snow globes for the milestone, the web milestone, which looks like they're repeating all of December. So there's no reason to save these turkeys, spend the turkeys. The store is going away in about 19 days, so there's no rush to spend them. But if you see something, the turkey store that you've been wanting to get, you may want to just get that. I've been wanting these Mephisto Red Star Orbs, so we're gonna open one of these on the news right now. Hopefully we get lucky. We've gotten 0 red stars for Mephisto, a lot of duplicate diamonds. This is the 8th orb that I've opened, and hopefully we get that 25% chance to get something from Mephisto. Do I get it? Do I get nothing? It is not Mephisto. We got to upgrade. That's the first upgrade we've gotten, but still no Mephisto. So that means that we're going to continue to go into supply section, buy these turkeys, and hopefully get some red stars from Mephisto, because as you know, those dark promotion credits very, very expensive, and it's probably going to cost a lot to upgrade the red stars for Mephisto. And the release event for the Ancient One is in the game right now, the Galactic Awakening. This is based on clearing waves in Battleworld, which should be pretty easy. As long as you clear most of the waves in Battleworld, you should be fine. You don't need to clear every single wave in Battleworld, so there's a lot of room for error with this. Using the Astral team in Battleworld, if you just have Doctor Strange and Moondragon, you should be able to get all of these milestones as well. And there's a Moondragon Awakening's Orbs. We'll talk about that in just a little bit, but let me know your thoughts on this event and the scoring for this event as we go discuss that orb, because this is not something that's too appealing to me, but maybe appealing for yourself. In this orb is T4 materials, turkeys, which is good. The awaken abilities for Moondragon's ultimate, which extends her battle world effects to war. So if you're into war, this may be something that you want. If not, I think you could definitely skip this, especially if you are doing good in the event. Now, as far as the cost, I was not able to find this in the store. It's probably in there somewhere, but it is $10 for this orb for some awakened abilities for war, for a few turkeys, for T4s. For myself, not worth it at all, but let me know your thoughts on that event and the orb for Moondragon. And the release event for X-Men version of Emma Frost looks to be next month-long milestone event called Ice Queen's Gala. Looks to be a 5-week cycle. Sometimes we'd have 4-week cycles, 3-week cycles. This looks to be a 5-week long event, 5 main milestones, 5 quick rumbles, 5 alliance milestone, and 5 web milestone that associates to this main milestone event. These are the meta items: Golden Ring, Calling Bird, French and Turtle Dove, and a partridge in a pear tree. And as far as the web milestones, this should be based around a brand new event for snow globes, a brand new store. Let me know what you hope will be in the snow globe store. Will it be similar to what we had in the turkey store or the candy store, or will it be something better, because this is the holiday season and this is just some Christmas, New Year's gifts. Let me know what you think is going to be in that snow globe store, what you hope is going to be in that store. No details about it yet. But as far as next week's main event, well, it's about spending gold. So if you have a lot of gold orbs, mega gold orbs, or thinking about upgrading characters, you might want to wait till Sunday to do that. And I do like that it's timed in conjunction with the war payout that orders a lot of gold. So hopefully you don't have to hoard a lot of gold to reach all of the milestones in this event. The charts aren't up yet, but hopefully we get them on Thursday or Friday, and we can start to plan out what we want to do for this next event. Also, these shadow orb fragments, which are in the game right now. We've had them for the past few weeks. I do think this is a great orb, and at the time it was originally released, it was a really, really great orb, because we weren't close to having the Annihilators farmable. Yeah, they're in the Battle World store, so they're temporarily farmable. Gore Glider are going to be moving, but all of these characters, these Orcus characters, Nimrod, Omega Sentinel were not available yet, and all of these characters are going to be very, very valuable for the Shadow King trial. So great orb. It looks like it's based around 3 weeks at least for this orb, being able to farm them in a campaign nodes. And the big rewards for next week's events are going to be more red star orb fragments for Mephisto, but the leaderboard is going to have some diamonds for Mephisto. So let me know if you're going to go crazy with the gold that you spend for some Mephisto diamonds. And a pretty nice bonus that we have going on is the Holiday Shriek Surge calendar during this upcoming week. So that is this week going on right now. And that is from November 25th to December 2nd. We grant a login streak token every day. So enjoy the holidays with your family. If you miss a day, you're not gonna be screwed up with your objectives and your raid sims and everything like that. So Make sure you are getting all of these. And also the Legacy Orb is going to retirement. It was announced a while ago that the Legacy Orbs would be retired and replaced by these Jarvis recommended orbs. Well, this is the week that it's happening. So make sure if you haven't already opened all your Legacy 1, 2, and 3 orbs, you open them right now, because on November 29th, 1 p.m. Pacific, they're going away. So even if you don't need these character shards, you know, more currency for this Ultra store is pretty good for some characters that you might want to farm there. So open all of those, get your Ultra credits, and then hopefully you could buy something good in the store. And it was a decent week in Cosmic Crucible. We went 2-1, got to the finals, but did not do good on the last day. Actually screwed up in this last room, got a little greedy, tried to one-shot this Mephisto room, and when that failed, everything got screwed up there because we only had one sacrifice. So great comment from Zero this morning on stream. What he said, moving forward, when you face Mephisto comp, so teams with Mephisto, if you know the counter to the team without Mephisto, but you don't know the counter with Mephisto, save that counter. So this example, this guys didn't have Mephisto, so just a hive mind and maybe Moondragon there, not there. The counter of that would be the new Warriors 4+ Ares. So what we should have done, taking an Odin comp that could potentially one-shot this. And if it doesn't, well, then you take in another team to sacrifice it and then clear it with that original team. So in this case, with the new Warriors 4 and Ares. And that would allow us to not make the mistake that I did, especially if you're getting greedy, trying to really one-shot these Mephisto teams. If it doesn't work, then, you know, you don't want to be screwed. So that's a great strategy. Save the counter, the non-Mephisto counter for the third attack, and go in your first attack with Odin or whatever, try to beat that. If it fails, then just sacrifice it again. And then you just beat this team with a counter that would work if Mephisto wasn't there. So I think that's a great strategy. I wish I would have done that before. I'm not sure why I hadn't thought of that before, but thanks to C-Rope for shouting that out. And I hope that helps you in your future Cosmic Crucible matchup in case you get a matchup like this. And the absolute A-Force has arrived in Marvel Strike Force. Kahhori is arriving next week. But the question is this a team that you need, or are they skippable? So if you want to check out my footage of them in War, my gameplay of them in War, and my thoughts on this team, check out the video up there. They are a very, very good team in War. So if you're serious about War and want to have some of the latest counters to some of the War defenses, this is a team for you. If you're like myself and not really into War, how much of a value is this team? What would they be needed for? Well, obviously, Scopely wants to make money, so they're going to be needed for future tower modes, kiln towers, things like that. Also, there are going to be probably some milestone events that require them at certain star levels or certain gear tiers. You'll probably need that. Obviously, there's going to be a showcase, so you get some bonus for the showcase. And if they did what they did with the showcase events in the past, if you have these characters unlocked, you get extra currency for the store. They did that with the candy store. They did that with the turkey store. I'm assuming that they're going to do that with a snow globe store as well. So that is one area that you could use them. So they're not going to be totally useless, but as far as the actual gameplay after these events go away, after these characters become farmable, how useful are they gonna be? I think the one that has the biggest use, obviously, is Kahhori. If we look at her kit, she has a very, very strong basic. And if we look at her passive, we look that she fills her speed by 200%, which is great because a character like Old Man Logan or Odin, you want them to have their assist very, very quickly. And with Kahhori doing her basic, you get them very, very fast. And because Kahhori's basic applies charge to all chargeable absolute A-Force members, I think you have a good use case for a two-piece, just as Brother Dacier said last week on the news with Miss Marvel Classic. She relies a lot on charges, and if she's getting charged from the Kahhori basic, she'll have a lot of use. I'm not sure what the use case for Medusa will be outside of War, and I'm not sure what the use case for Wasp and Ironheart will be outside of War as well, but I think Kahhori Miss Marvel Classic will give you a lot of value, especially if you're looking to get an early assist from Odin or Old Man Logan. And no new data mines about next week's events, but we do have the official information from the blog post. We don't have the charts yet, but again, it's going to be based around spending gold, earning Shadow Orb fragments. Currently, they're available in the campaign nodes, so spending campaign energy. And these ring orbs, not sure what these are going to be available from or what they're going to be, what's going to be in these orbs, but that's what's going to be based around. Mephisto diamonds, again, Mephisto red star orb fragments are going to be the rewards. Spending snow globes is the web milestone. Playing Alliance War, not placing Spec Ops characters, so this is a great change to the Alliance milestones we have this month. Also, these allies supply 6 orb fragments, and next week's quick rumble list will feature heroes for higher characters. So I hope you have a great rest of the week. If you celebrate Thanksgiving, I hope you eat a lot of turkey. And if you did get some value from this video, leave it a like. And if you want to see what to do to win in Arena against every single team, whether you're a new player or end game player, check out the video up there, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day, great rest of the week. Happy Thanksgiving. Hulk fist bump, ValleyFlyin out.